So if you follow Sony's track record, you announce something, and then you don't do much with it, and then you take that character and throw them into the MCU. Okay, so what exactly am I talking about? Well, this was actually pointed out to me when I asked for a bunch of questions to make video topics on that aren't covering the news, but instead going and looking into how things have changed and possible other outcomes. And one that was pointed out by a Twitter user was the fact that there seems to be a lot of contradicting stuff out there from Sony and from trades out there that confirmed, with their sources what Sony was developing. And ones we're going to talk about today is how Sony seems to be just kind of loosely changing tides, if that makes sense. Let's start off with Kraven and Mysterio. We talked about this before, way back when. Kraven and Mysterio had their own films in development. There were scripts floating out there. This has been confirmed. And then it seems that Kraven might be heading somewhere else and Mysterio's in Far From Home. Jessica Drew. She was supposed to be in Silver and Black. Character ends up disappearing. Silver and Black on hold. Okay. Scorpion, supposed to be in Sinister Six. Nope. Sinister Six movie. Still in development. Then suddenly falls off the face of the earth. Nobody's working on it. Sinister Six build up in the MCU. So what exactly is happening? Well, I think what's happening is that Disney is playing ball. Essentially, they're going to Sony, they're going, look, who's going to pay to see Mysterio and Kraven team up? And Sony's like, and then Disney goes, they didn't pay to see Spider-Man from you guys. And then Sony backs up, they go, we need them because you're going to get more money if we do this the right way. Then Sony plays hard to get, and then Disney goes, okay, fine. You don't need money. You don't need to survive. And then Sony gives them what they want. That's really how it goes. It's as simple as that. Sony is not working with Disney and Marvel at a financial level. There's no incentive for them to really do what they did. They did it out of necessity because they were failing. There was nowhere to go. And they had to reboot Spider-Man again. If they would have rebooted without the MCU, they'd be dead in the water right now. But they did it the way the fans wanted to because they heard the outcry. And that's really the big point of this. If Disney wants it and they can come up with a great idea, Sony is willing to bend because they know that the fans are not rallying behind them. And Venom is going to be their first show of what they can do. If Venom is great, received great, and does good in box office, they got some confidence back and they can start playing their own ball game back and being, hey, you know how you wanted X character for the third Spider-Man movie? Yeah? No more. And then they got an advantage because now they can play hard to get. Right now, they can't because they don't have a victory. Now, if Venom comes out and if it's like the Amazing Spider-Man 2 where it barely makes a small profit from its profit margins and the reviews are less than 50% on Rotten Tomatoes, look at Amazing Spider-Man 2 as an example. It made money, made a profit, not great, but it made a profit, but the reviews weren't there and the fans were outspoken. Now Venom is one of the most beloved characters from Spider-Man's Rogues Gallery. So if you mess that up and the money's just alright, but the reviews are tanking it, and sequels typically to movies like that do far worse because that's the trend, what option do you have?